Hello once again, this is your professor, Danny Araneta Cabulay, and we're now in video lecture number 2. So let's talk about the challenges of Philippine companies. So not just in the tourism industry, but in any industry for that matter. Nako, there are 8 major challenges that businessmen face today. Number 1, competition. Yes, especially pag pumasok ka sa isang negosyo o sa isang industry na madami ng competitors. So this is what you call the cutthroat competition. Okay? Ibig sabihin, mahigpit ang laban. Madugo. It's a bloody ocean. Red ocean. Then another challenge for businesses is differentiation. What makes you different? For example, if you talk about five-star hotels and what products do they sell? Basically, they sell guest rooms, mga kwarto, and they sell food and beverage, F&B. But you see, in a five-star hotel, a guest room is a guest room is a guest room. Halos magkakamuka ang mga guest rooms. So what makes this hotel's guest room special over its competitors? What sets it apart? So basically, importante yon. Kasi if you cannot differentiate yourself, you become a generic product. You're not special. Hindi ikaw ang pipiliin ng customer. Okay? You've got to create a unique selling proposition. Why should they choose you? Okay? So are you competitive enough? Number 3, cost efficiency. Tumataas ang bilihin ngayon. Ayan, pumutok pa yung gera sa Ukraine at saka sa Russia, between Russia and Ukraine, and oil prices are rising all over the world. And it's going to affect basic commodities, transport costs, and many other services. So raw materials are going to rise, no? The cost of labor also, and overhead. Kuryente, for example, utilities. So again, how to be cost efficient is a challenge. How to bring down your cost. Because if your costs are too high, it will eat up your profit. Okay? So, unless you increase prices. If you increase prices, it will turn off the market. Okay? Number 4, scarcity of quality specialist employees. Yung mga magagaling na employees, yung mga specialized ang skills, nag-a-abroad sila because of brain drain. Mas malaki ang sweldo sa ibang bansa. Why should they stay in the Philippines? The best waiters in the country are not here in the Philippines. They're probably in five-star hotels abroad or maybe in cruise ships. Even the best chefs, the best cooks are not in the Philippines now. They're abroad, competing in the global market because their pay is a lot higher, maybe 10 times higher abroad. So bakit sila magtsatsaga dito? That's a challenge. There is a shortage of quality workers in the Philippines because of brain drain. Then there's government bureaucracy. That's number 5. Yes, it's difficult to do business in the Philippines. Mahaba ang pila, palakasan, may mga lagayan, bribery and all, no? Extortion. There's a very corrupt system in government. That's why it's very important that we elect the right person come May 9. So we eliminate that bureaucracy. I hope that we elect the right person so it could straighten up government system. Number 6, globalization. Yes, foreign products are now beating local products. You know, when Starbucks came into the country, most of the local coffee shops, suffered. Buti na lang mayroong isang nag-survive na magaling, yung Figaro, no? And then ngayon meron tayong coffee project, okay? But, there's a lot of foreign competitors coming in, okay? So you have Tim Hortons, you have Starbucks, you have so many other coffee shops coming in. So again, these global brands are really very popular, you know? And naman the Filipino, pag foreign brand, superior ang tingin. Okay? Same thing with hotels. Do you prefer a Filipino five-star hotel like, for example, waterfront? Or would you rather have to stay in a Hyatt or a Shangri-La, which are foreign brands? Okay? So again, you see, that is the impact of globalization. Filipinos tend to choose the foreign brand over the Filipino brand. Okay? Taxation. Ayan. Sino bang hindi nagbabayad ng tax? Sino bang tax evader? Okay? So basically, taxation is a problem of entrepreneurs. Lalo na kung nakalimutan nila magbayad. Naku, pagdating sa mga penalties, patong-patong yan. Yung dati mong utang na 23 billion, pwede siyang lumobo into 203 billion because of the penalties. So, you have to pay your taxes on time. And usually, alam mo yung mga negosyante, ayaw nila magbayad ng malaking tax kasi feeling nila the government does not deserve the tax that they pay because the government is so corrupt. Okay? But, if only the government is honest, businessmen would be willing to pay their taxes. Kaya masama ang loob ng mga taxpayers because the government is so undeserving of our money. Okay? So that is a problem. Kaya ginagawa ng mga negosyante, nandadaya sila sa pagbabayad ng tax. Mali-maling computation, pinapababa nila, that is tax evasion. Remember tax avoidance is perfectly legal. You find techniques on how to lower your tax to be paid, but tax evasion is illegal. Okay? May kilala ba kayong tax evader? Yan. And finally, economic recession. Because of COVID pandemic, we are currently in a recession. And the whole world, in fact, is in a global recession. So, pinadapa nito ang tourism industry for 2 years. Now we're beginning to bounce back. We'll see. Again, this is one of the greatest challenges of this era, this global recession. So, when we talk about entrepreneurship, how to be a negosyante, you always have this question about how we get to educate the young people. Kasi ang mga magulang natin, mas gusto nila na, anak, mag-aral ka para makapasok ka sa isang magandang kumpanya. So, ano yung mentality na yon? They're brainwashing their kids to be employees. Bihira akong makakita o makarinig ng isang magulang na nagsasabi na, anak, mag-aral kang mabuti para maging negosyante ka. No, it's really how to become an employee. So there's that employment mentality versus the entrepreneurship mentality. Ganun lang ba kababa ang tingin mo sa anak mo na hanggang empleyado lang siya na wala na siyang pangarap na maging negosyante, to be an employer instead of being an employee? Okay? Then, businesses is always translated into jobs. That's why more Filipinos go abroad because there are not enough businesses in the Philippines. So there are not enough businesses, therefore there are not enough jobs. If we create more businesses in the country, then we will be creating more jobs. Based on the last record of DOLE, the Department of Labor and Employment, there are over 10 million overseas Filipino workers abroad, and bulk of them are in the tourism industry. Lucrative and rewarding ang entrepreneurship because your income can be unlimited. It will all depend on gaano ka kasipag magtrabaho, gaano ka kahusay sa iyong negosyo. So this requires hard work, resilience, creativity, and sacrifice. Entrepreneurship contributes significantly to the growth and development of the economy and society. Okay? Now, I'll give you an example, a case study. Alam niyo yung pizza na Lots of Pizza? That's a local pizza. The owner of that, the founder, the entrepreneur, is a good friend of mine. Her name is Tessie Ngan Tian. She comes from a Chinese family, conservative. This business concept was developed by Teresita Ngan Tian. She is a CPA, Certified Public Accountant, with her husband in the 1996 era. No? Buhay na ba kayo noong 1996? Okay. She left her job as a finance director of San Beda College. Siya pala ang finance director ng San Beda. Diyan sa Mendiola. Remember that? No? Marami mga rally dyan, to focus on the business. So, iniwan niya yung trabaho niya sa school para mag-focus sa negosyo. They started with a capital of 250,000 seed money for the first 10 outlets. So, basically, ang isang outlet, parang kiosk lang siya, di ba? 25,000 per kiosk. Tapos may 10 kiosk sila. So, yun lang ang puhunan nila, 250,000. Maliit lang siya na amount, right? She mastered the art and science of pizza making. Nag-enroll siya ng mga courses para maging mahusay siyang pizza maker. Nag-aral siya magluto, mag-bake ng pizza. Okay? And then she created their signature sauce, the lots of pizza signature sauce. Today, the company has over 2,000 plus franchise stores and 50 plus as company-owned stores. Wow, so she has her little empire there. Okay? Pagkain. Bihira ang nalulugi sa pagkain. I'll tell you more about that later when we go to the financial aspect of doing business. Now, here's the second pop question you need to answer in the YouTube below, in the comment section of this YouTube video. Do you see yourself having the same determination and sacrifices like Tessie Antian? Willing ka ba? Sagutin mo, yes or no? Explain your answer. What is your dream business? It has to be related to tourism. Explain why is this your dream business? So keep it short ha, mga 2 to 3 sentences lang. Place your answer in the comment section below the YouTube video not later than Monday, April 11. Stick around, there's more to come.